Oh. Oh, I've not got my camera set up and whatnot. Oh. How are we doing? Are we good? I was messing around with OBS because I was trying to determine how much CPU usage we get out of 60 frames a second and whatnot. That's probably why my stream was struggling last night. So I think we might have been streaming at 60. Well, we'll see how we go. Well, welcome back, guys. Welcome to some more coding for my Ashes of the Singularity launcher. In the last live stream, we were trying to figure out how on earth to do a DLL and why was it not working. Well, I did have a screenshot of it to try and simplify the process, but that ain't happening today. So, first of all, take note of our namespace, Steam config settings. Take note of our project name, which is the DLL name, and also the fact, take note that this is a public class. Okay, make sure you take note of them. Anyhow, I solved the problem, long story short. First of all, I was using the file name instead of the namespace, and the auto complete whatever Visual Studio does in order to help you know your keywords wasn't helping me recognize. So we've got Steam config settings, and that's all good. But if you notice, oh, now it appears. It might be the fact that I needed to do a clean solution and rebuild, or restart Visual Studio altogether, since I just restarted the machine. So, then we just reference our class. So that's our namespace, Steam local, s equals new, and then it's literally, in order to get that, so public class, public method. But we won't be using that here. No, not at all. Oh, let's get some music. I like the music. Let's get our chat open, because we've already got people joining. And it'd be good to have chat open so we can see and talk with our fellow watchers. Oh, hello to those watching me now on Twitch and YouTube. Welcome along to the stream. Just got started. Just getting myself some music. Well, it's not too loud. Battery low. I'll try that next. Hopefully it'll last a while. Alright, so where are we up to? We wanted basically to change this, and we want, when we type in the launch options, it's going to update Steam. Now I just realised we've not really updated our DLL to be the best it can be. But we'll just go with it. So the DLL is only going to work for me and me alone. Well, that's fine. As long as we don't forget that fact. And then publish it. And then people turn around and say, why is it not working? Well, so first of all, we're going to need to change this. So our launch options isn't going to be disabled. Then we might want Let's see, where else is it called? Options. Oh, where is it? It's a text box. Yeah, I'll just get rid of it. What did I just delete? Oh, the label. Yeah, well, we want to get rid of the label. And then we get rid of the text box because we don't want that no longer to be disabled at all. Okay. So when the user clicks OK, we're just returning the dialogue, aren't we? We're not actually changing anything in here. So what are we calling this? So this is what is actually handling it. Oh, so we have got it called in the right area. So might have to go and say, so if Steam local config.get well, we have to create a new instance. Config equals new. And then config.get setup settings. So app ID is the ID of Ashes. Forget what it is, but if we go to the store page and get the page URL, we can, oh, it's me who's watching. I'll get rid of that. That's our app ID. We have our setting key, which is launch options. That's the setting key within the Steam file, and our value is pop up. I've got launch options. So if we are able to save it in there, then we want to call that else to do display that message to say failed to save the settings. Box that show failed to save the launch options into the Steam config file. Warning. Try running the game at least once or manually add launch within Steam. Buttons dot key message butch icon dot warning. So we've got text, we've got our caption, we've done how to do. Save the within the Steam config file. To do update DLL, so it uses appropriate user ID and not just mine. All right. Really, we could do with the get method as well. Let's see, settings. So properties, launch options, nothing in there. Fine with that. It'd be nice if we could see frequent folders. There we go, very useful. And that's the file we're going to be opening. No, we don't. Valid expression term. Labels. Right, so got launch options, we click OK. Should have. Whatever. We'll do file open recent, yes. Wrong one. The video. And then forgot what the always got it in the search. No. Game options. Main was it? There we go. There we go. And we can see it applies it. That's fine. Tomorrow night. Sure am. So that works. That works. That works. Let's just run it again. Options. No. Okay. There we go. And how about removing it entirely? Okay. Battery died. So that battery warning is rubbish. Probably got a little daft little battery in it, which can never be replaced. So this is an old iPod. So I've had it 5+ years, if not longer. Alright, well, that is working alright. For us. Not going to work for anyone else. So I want to go back to our seeing config setting solution. And we want a public. We'll go with the bool get app setting string app ID string setting key out string setting value. And then I've got some stuff which is repeated. Not much we can do. So get rid of the redundant comments. If we pull any data, so we want that, we want this. Now then, we don't want that because we want to make sure there is. However, we do want that, but we want to do something slightly different. Greater or equal to 0. And launch options index is less than the end index. What? Copy that. Undo everything we just done because that was in the wrong block of code. Just pull the wrong stuff out. What we copied and pasted. Oh, Daniel, what are you doing? copy, paste, launch options, greater than equal to 0, and it's less than the end index. Then we want the bit of code that we had earlier, which pulled the launch options, but we got rid of it because of stupidity. Lack of foresight. Well, that's fine. It's that. Just change the remove to a substring. Really simple, isn't it? So, what is it? It is value equals data.sub string, and what's it expecting? It expects a start index and an end index, and that is what we've provided. Embedded declaration statement. What are you on about? Oops, if you can spell. Well, setting value equals null. Start. This is what I like, because we say return true, and otherwise we just return false, because we failed to return anything. Okay. Now, if you didn't delete our program, by gum, and then we need the main method. Let's see forward slash. No, I didn't. Alright, there we go. That's literally what we just want to type in. Static void main string arguments and then settings dot sig equals new. Same local config. What? Same config helper. That fixes that problem. So config dot get wrap ID. Got it stored in here. Or not. Come on. All right. Options. String value. And then we'll just stop there and we'll see what is in our value. Hopefully it is what it's supposed to. Yeah. Properties. Just set it back to a console application and run that. We have the value of we've had to exit this. Be like that. Right. Line value. And then we can see it at that point. Has to be within the block. Run. Oh, it's obviously not getting anything then. So end line. Oh, why is nothing? Optimize the way, debug. minus key length 0. Alright. Now it's so we have 36276 36276 minus 36259 0. Is it literally because there's nothing in there? Yeah. So we're not counting for stupid instances. Else setting value equals blank, and then we can return something. And we can actually return it at this point. Else setting blank. Well, actually, do we need to set a certain value bank? No. I can say setting value is blank up here. Otherwise, setting value equals null at this point. So we presume we're going to return blank or something or null with false, with the first two being true. There we go, and that'll be blank. And then if we say no launch, and run our app again, we got no launch. Very good. Properties, set this back as a class library. Save it, rebuild. But that's private, and hopefully it won't be never ever ever a run. Hopefully, I don't know. Set it to release. Let's clean solution, rebuild. That, then release our new DLL. Solution. Go back to launch. Nope. file location and paste our DLL in there just to replace that. Now we can also get clean solution, rebuild solution, and then obviously this is now Steam config helper. Which we then call it I lost it. Here we go. What happens if it's different? So bool Steam game equals, we'll just grab that Steam game in there, string launch options equals, then so we're going to be that, or so it's either if it's a Steam game, then config.get these. Well, not quite. So if it's a Steam game, then mount launch options, so equals blank. What else? Launch options is going to equal whatever we've got saved in our settings file. Not a Steam game. Okay. go and just do a quick jerk. Game options is blank in there, so therefore when we run it, given that we are a Steam game, did we save any launch options? What we did? We have. Back to debug mode. And so Steam game is false. So it is. Obviously when we click OK, what would happen? I suppose we would attempt to overwrite our launch options. And that it does. Not. Why didn't it do that? Why do I keep opening that? Just check, see what the contents is. It is blank. It's just not been updated in Steam. So that's a little bit problematic in and of itself. Wow. Things you don't want to be messing. That is a downside, isn't it? We're making changes. Steam doesn't check. Steam doesn't reload the file. I'm guessing it will only load the file when Steam first starts, and then it just does not expect anything else changing those files outside of Steam. So it only updates the file and settings and whatnot if it differs to what's in Steam's own memory. No wonder why Steam is bloated and got big memory usage. It saves everything in memory. Saves on disk usage though. I always did wonder why Steam would be so big. Now we know. So we get rid of that. On the first time we run it, we're going to assume it's a Steam installed game. Therefore, we're not going to care about that one instance. So this is the instance we do want to care about now. Run it, F it, no launches in there. Spot on. Well, I could have a little drop down there what says update all Steam accounts, select account, all, and then a list of all the other accounts, and then a little button what says check name and displays a name. But no, it's just a lot of work for such a simple thing. So we won't do that. What we will do is get it to update any file anywhere inside. Well, not any file anywhere. You know what I mean. Any user ID found, so any users using Steam, if we can find that setting, we're going to update it. That is what we're going to do. So I just remembered I've got a job interview on Monday. I better record it. Let me just get the details, because otherwise it will slip my mind and I will completely forget that I've arranged it. So where is it? Yeah. $3:30 p.m. Oh, it's already there. So reminders. Give ourselves a 3-hour reminder. Or why don't we do 6-hour? Just to remind ourselves. Simple. Nice and easy. Alright, back to the task at hand. Hey Yoshi, well, you're not in your deep programming minds. Did anyone told you you look like the brother of Michael Mosley? No, from Scrubs season 9. No, no one has ever said that at all. Let's have a look. Michael Mosley, Scrubs. This guy. Is that a small image? Small. There we go. Big old view image, big. I don't see it. Same colour eyes. He's got darker eyebrows, slightly darker. Similar-ish facial features in that we've both got a few pounds. Yeah. A little bit. Long distance cousin, like 12, separated 12 times or something like that, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Right. So we were gonna go through the different various files within Steam, which literally in user data there's going to be more than one user, so just list in there. So we just need to list all the files and update every single instance of it. So that would be like a different method. Public bool. So literally we'd have this method, which is what is exposed, and then we'll have a private method which also has the string user ID. Okay. That would mean that this would have to be Steam user data location, and that is just literally a path combine of Steam location and user data. That's literally all that is. Now this can no longer be private read only because it's going to be changing many times. But we can replace it up here in initialization with that. And now string file equals path.combine. So first of all, we are going to combine our Steam user data with user ID. And this will be after we've checked to make sure it is valid. And then file equals path combine again to get the rest of the file in. Okay. So that would be exactly the same. This is just file, and then of course we could have a little method, private string, create config path string user ID, and then that is return file and string file equals create local config path user ID. Okay, I'll sort that, and then again I'm going to have something similar down here. Well, user ID there, and of course it's saving it down there, so that needs to be file. Okay, so methods just literally return the private method, passing it same values apart from that user ID. Okay, that user ID is something we're going to handle next. We'll just get this set up. Oh, it's an out. So yeah, whatever, we'll just set. Oh, is it complaining about setting value? Yeah, if I get rid of that. Oop, good. We don't have to set certain values on calling methods, just when we're actually inside the method dealing with it. Okay. So we're dealing with that. Still need to deal with finding the Steam install folder. One thing at a time though. Right, so system IO. File dot. So many methods. I can't even think what I've used before. List of folders. C#. Get a list of folders, directory, and get directories. And we have done something like that. So directory.get directories, and our path is the Steam user data location, and this is going to return an array. I'll just call it dir. Got our directory. And there are a bunch of parameters on this, which I think is just for search patterns. And I don't think we'll require it. We'll just assume that any folder within that location is going to be user data, because the rest of our code is set up well enough to handle any problems. But why are we doing it in here? Because we're going to only do it the once. Yeah, since we're going to update all our users then we're pretty much going to say that everything's the same. So therefore, the first instance in this case is going to be the same. Now then, we want to have a look and see how the file path is in there, because we're going to have to do a substring. So we'll have to have a look at the details of that. And our references, we are calling it, yes. Yes, we are. So let's just run and see what errors there are. Not all code pass return a value. Of course they don't. Whatever, just return false. Yeah, class library. We just need to set that back to console and also debug. Otherwise, we're not going to see any useful information. So directory, now we've got the one. Okay. So literally, we just remove name equals BRR. And first of all, we do a check, because who knows if drr.count is greater than 0, because then we have something. And of course, C# loves to start off with the first element being called 0. Dot remove remove 0 to count. What? I guess that would actually be useful if you have starting in next beginning greater than 0. I was thinking, what's the point of that? It's got uses. So we start at 0, and then we're going to go Steam user data location dot length +1. So we're getting rid of the slash as well. Okay. And we'll just want to also still confirm that that is the case. But then, might as well put the file name in there. And then we'll return, but if it's not, so return false. Just to say, we tried to do something, but we didn't come across anything. There was nothing to try and pull. So our file name is 101.53587. 101.53587. There we go. So that, yeah, works fine. And we got the value, yeah. Whew. One little bit done. Director is found. Get the data from just the first user ID found in this directory. And then we know what that does. again, we're going to need that. Now, value equals null there. I don't know why it's not complaining there at that point, but hey, come on. We now want to go and perhaps this is going to be the one where it goes through all directories. So for, and we don't really need to check directory length. For I, just a basic loop. I is less than dri.len accounts. Oh, it is the len. Plus plus. Okay, so that will go through every single directory in the list. And then a bit of code which just does the remove. And I suppose just for what's it called, garbage collection reasons, we won't declare the string every time within each loop, because it'll just dispose of file name and just build up garbage, which isn't going to be a problem, but it's just more efficient because it'll just reuse the same variable until we bomb out of the method. And that would be set up settings through settings. So config.set the app settings, and then our values, so the user ID and the parameter, and of course whatever we're setting it to, in which case is hello again, just so we know that we have set it to something. And we haven't set it to something. Oh, seriously. It's going to not work anyway. And it's we're getting the settings, so we're not even doing. Silly me. I'm glad I picked that up though. Otherwise that wouldn't have worked for anyone. Seriously, unreachable. The code detected my backside. Oh, of course it's unreachable. Very clever. Clever little compiler. Alright, so yeah, update each config. Update the config for each user found. Okay. I've got the soundtrack to Stellaris going on my head. It's great, but It's annoying. My value is hello world. Okay. Let's just set back to no launch. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, finally, I'm glad to have that sorted out. But we also still need to figure out where is Steam installed. Whatever, just specifically, someone would have asked, yeah, tell us where Steam is. No, not the game directory. Install path. This is similar. The ideal way to find a program's install path is to read from the registry. Most installers will create a registry key for that program that contains the installation path. Exactly where the key is what will be named varies depending on the program in question. To find the program has a key in the registry, open the registry, go search for it. If it exists, you can use the registry keying.NET framework. If it doesn't, then just ask the user to locate the exe file. Alright, I just need a quick toilet break. TMI, I know, but hey, what did you want me to say? refill my water. Registry. So go on, reg edit. Excuse me. We're in red edit. Reg edit. Find Steam. Okay. Ooh, Why does it have to center that? So we've got class root. I think it's going to be local machine. Software. Nope. Not that. Maybe. Yeah, local machine. Software. Microsoft. Windows. Current version. Uninstall. Oh, we're going great till this point. Steam apps. In the registry. There's in Windows registry. Okay, software valve. You are no, in the right. Nope. Software valve. We're in freaking software. According to a tip on Reddit, Steam stores the path of the XC in the registry at HKey current users, Steam, software, valve, Steam. that we were in the right folder. There we go. Valve, Steam. And Steam path. I've got the registry key. And represents a key level node in Windows Registry. This is class registry encapsulation. That's great. Well, how do we use it? Give me an example, please. The following code examples: how to create a subkey, then delete. C# find a subkey in registry. It's subkey names. Fine. There are blah 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 for each subkey. Get test999.name. There we go, it's better. Top level load, it does only show folder names. Read the keys under that. As pointed out, your path should use Windows NT. Ouch, small problems. But we're not in any sort of, we're literally that. That's a subkey. Right. Really not sure what are you doing at all. Completely in the blind. Let's get rid of that. What does registry class use? Microsoft Win32. Hopefully removing all those references last time didn't cause us any problems. Registry key equals our key. Contains local machine, H key local machine. Nope. Current user. Yeah. And then our key. Not subkey. Key equals key dot sub. What? Open subkey. Open subkey. And then how's it doing? Is it / now? And then what's this? No, we do not need any write access to that key. And then we go through our keys. Alright, okay. For each alright, key name. Open sig key name. Okay. No, we don't need that. Alright, that looks weird and counterintuitive. Let's just figure out then what we've got. String, our key, get subkey names. Subkey names. Well, in this method. Ooh. So that's okay. We'll just wait for the user to press the key after we've got the list of keys. What? What? Is Is this where we need to see key dot get value key name to string Steam path? Why is there multiple instances? Key dot get value names. All right. Oh. Boom. Come on, breakpoint. Alright, so we've got 20 in there. We just want Steam path. Dot get value in path. Just get rid of you. I don't know why I bother with that still. I don't know why there's 3 instances of our subkey. Maybe explain it. Why are there 3 instances of subkey name? Multiple registry well. Doesn't really explain that, does it? So I've got 2 choices. Just go off the first value, or check every single instance. But why is there a difference? Why would there be? Alright, I got names. Some have got names. Others haven't. see if we get a better idea of what is going on. Well, that looks really complicated. Using registry open. Do we have to close the registry? Let's do that in a using block then. Just in case. Alright. It doesn't have any sense. What you want to do is to get the value of instance in every subkey. Get value returns. Single value string. Skip your for each loop and compare the value. Let's see, so what is this guy doing? So this is where we get our key, is it? Open subkey root path. Key. Yeah, we've just got this pointless loop in there, which is not required at all. It's just literally that. Just complicating things. Yeah, that makes more sense. Right. So let's take that. We can go to our config. And then, so Steam location is now gonna be this is where we get that word Microsoft Win32 namespace. Steam location. Steam location equals what's up with you? Yes, we can. That is a string now. So brings in our path. Found Steam station. Oops. Private. Cool. And Steam location equals true. If not found, then throw new exception. Failed to find Steam install location. do it at this point. We'll throw it at the point we're trying to create it, and that will stop us from creating. I can get rid of that. Exception if we didn't find the Steam path. And then, yeah. So good. I suppose we should just test. All right. Let's just get our file open. This is our VDF file. Find our entry. There's no launch in it. Run our code. Watch it get changed. Yeah. Oh, I like it. We've got a breakpoint in this or something. Oh, it's a key right there. No launch. Come on. Okay. Everything looks good. Just going to get rid of that because who knows? I don't think it will. I'm going to presume it won't. Because when we change the properties back to class library, I guess it'll never reference that class. It'll never attempt to load it. So let's set it to release, clean it, rebuild. And then we want to hit the new version of our DLL. Close the solution and reopen our new one and just apply it in there in this where we're keeping our DLLs. So excuse me. Just did that. What we should do, we'll just clean this, rebuild. Try, catch, exception, ex. Next.show. Fig whoop ex but message and then return. Well, what happens if it's not Steam installed? So I might not have Steam installed. You might hate Steam. Using numbers to represent options. Let's get that. Rename it. Right. Config. Share. Just check that it is null. Who has Steam installed? Has Steam installed equals true. Has Steam installed is false. Equals false. Whatever. Whatever. Alright. So what are you saying? Unused. Yeah. Is that why you're complaining? We'll use you. If a Steam game and has, well, if has Steam installed first, and it's a Steam game, then we get the launch options. This will be like if has Steam installed, then try and do this block of 2 blocks of code. Don't really need that. Boom. Boom. And then so when we got the pop-up, when we install it, then we could do a, let's move all this here. So public enumeration Steam usage. And then it's literally like has Steam user and installed. User only. Steam game user. Non-Steam user. So that's going to cover us being able to right. So we've got our pop-up, and we want to decide: is this read only? Is it enabled? If it's so, if they have Steam and the game, then that'll be enabled. If they have Steam, it will be disabled. If they don't have Steam, it will be disabled. I mean, we've got 3 case usage there, but we don't need that many. Steam game usage. Yes. No. Enabled. Disabled. No. So no, it's not using it at all. Therefore, disable that. Otherwise, it's then a case of it is. So if it's enabled, then this is editable and it's ticked. Or if disabled, it's editable and it's unticked. Phew. And I could just return true anyway, and then we can handle it. That needs to be static, is it? Or are they already static enumerations? Theme name usage. If usage equals string usage.new chb steam dot enable and equals enable use. And then we'll set the label as well. No, we don't. There is no label. False. Else if usage equals string digit enabled, then it's checked. True. Else Well, we know, but got disabled then. Checked. Oops. It's false. Yeah. Like I really want to test those cases as well. Kagi, no, mate. That's the errors. Cannot convert bool to blah 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 blah. Yeah, whatever. Come on. So, need to change this and decide what we're going to put in there. And that would be install application. Yeah. Dot theme usage and then so if has Steam installed, if not has Steam installed, usage equals no. Else if it's a Steam game, usage equals install usage dot enabled, else usage equal install game dot disabled. And let's use there. Okay. Determine if we are using Steam. All right, no errors. So okay. Really? That's because we took that, isn't it? Steam installed and why is it giving me errors? It's obviously that. Oh, we can. Nice. Go inside. Oh. Why is he doing that now? Right, still going in there. What are we in? Are we in sets? Sets. Yeah, we're setting the app settings. Right. And we're returning false for some stupid reason. But it's doing it. We know it's doing it. Just need to work on that. That's what I'm going to do. It returns true. Something I don't use well. Alright. So got that. Really then. I want to save the app settings anyway, don't we? I think we do. If not, then you can display a message. We just save the launch options anyway, because then when we come back to do it, we're saying like launch options, and we're trying to set the launch options anyway, and it won't return them. Yeah, clear as mud. So rule success. not success is false, turn success. Doesn't matter about saying that. What am I doing that for? Success is going to be assuming to be true. Oh, actually, those successes, they are length greater than 0. Let's update. Set false if at least one fails. And then if we have a look at set go to definition. You know what? We'll just build that again. But we're going to handle the message. We're not going to display a message. Because I reckon if someone's got it installed on one, the other one hasn't, it's just going to annoy the user. So just do it quietly. Very quiet. Oh gosh, that means that I wouldn't be able to set it. Someone else had it. So that leads us back to our original problem then. So let's assume that the first person in Steam app doesn't have Ashes of Singularity, but all of us do. Then it'll never save the launch options unless the first person in the account has it. So maybe we should have something else in there which says which Steam user are we using for this. And then if that's so, then so our DLL needs to be a bit more cleverer. I think that currently as is, it's okay, but it ain't going to be perfect for 100% of users. And we know that when it goes out in the live, there will be some people who it's not going to work properly for. So, what do we need to do? I need to do a bit of writing. And that is a case of literally. Let's do it in Trello. Just did that. So add need to accommodate for multiple Steam users. And how we're going to accommodate. So we said the problem is one or more users may or may not have hashes installed. If first user does not have hashes and second user does, then cannot set launch options. Well, launch options. It's all work. Second user. Solution. What am I modifying here? That? Oh, we've got a comment box there. I thought that's what I was writing in. So, solution is add a Steam users pop-up, display list of Steam IDs, use a website to pull in the Steam names, allow the user to choose which IDs get updated. Oh, it's a description. So we've got a title, we've got a description. Nice, Trello. It's about time we did that. That's a new feature. I wonder why it looked different. Alright, so that's the problem, that's the solution, and that's what we need to deal with. And I think we shall deal with that in the next live stream, because I'm just not focusing today. Been coding for 2 hours and fatty break. I need to do some other things as well, which are also important. So, what's that? Oh, there's a bit of fluff on the floor. Need to hoover up in here. Okay, well, so we made progress on our DLL file. We figured out how to make sure we know how to work the DLL. We also then managed to get Steam install location from registry. That's good. And I guess this pop-up's also gonna allow the users to change allow users to select Steam install location over the default registry found. So that's more things in there. So yeah, thanks TikTok. This simple one thing that you wanted is just exploded. But ultimately it will be good for many users, and therefore they won't have to be worried about the other pop-up coming up, which would put them off from using my launcher. So it was good that you brought it up, if you are watching. So great stuff. Okay, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to Yoshi for popping by and saying hello and telling me I look like the brother of Michael Mosley from Scrubs Season 9. Alright, till next time, gamers, programmers, and anyone else watching. Until, yeah, bye for now.